Hello and welcome. Today I feel like doing a love reading. Again, the urge just came over me. I didn't plan to do any readings. I don't know what this is going to be about, but I just felt like it's time for a love reading. I've been noticing so many synchronicities and such a magical energy the last few days. And if we just pay attention, there are synchronicities everywhere. For instance, like I changed my nail color, it's purple. And then this deck has all these beautiful purple, blue, turquoise colors. Like it's stunning. There are glimmers like this everywhere if we just pay attention. Okay, angels, guides, spirit, universe, please give us a clear guided message. Love reading. Let's see what comes out. Please give us a storyline. Storyline, please. The lovers. It's a love reading and we get the lovers, like really. In this lovers card, these two are literally getting married. And I'm noticing the glow of their hands. True love that is long lasting, choices made from the heart, a return to good health. Wow. Okay, please give us a storyline for this. So it feels like marriage is on the cards for someone, but what's the storyline? We have the 9 of summer, wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. Now again, I just want to say how synchronistic this is, because not all the cards in this deck is about love, right? But straight off the bat, this is what we're getting. Dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. And I was just saying how magical the last few days have been feeling. Like there's this magical energy, like storybook, love story, epic movie type energy. And this is giving fairy godmother. There's literally someone there, and it looks like she has a wand, and there's all this fairy dust going on around this. This is giving Cinderella vibes. So I'm getting the feeling that someone's dream is coming true, like the kind of love they've always dreamed about. Like their wishes being granted. And Cinderella vibes is like, the underdog. The underdog coming out on top. Hate it or love it. What's this guy? Now his name escapes me, the song. Like someone's about to go to the ball. I'm getting the feeling that this is someone who, like Cinderella, has always been pretty, but it's almost like it was hidden and nobody could see it, or if they could see it, they pretended it wasn't there, the way the stepmother and the stepsisters did with Cinderella. And she was almost hidden from the world. Like Cinderella was in the house cleaning all the time, and then she got locked up by the stepmother. Like this person might have been held back a lot in life, unintentionally in some ways by some people, and intentionally by some people who saw her beauty, her magic. And I mean, if you look at the story of Cinderella, she's not just pretty and kind and sweet, but she's also really smart and really skillful. I mean, she could sew and do a lot of things, and she had many gifts. Like she was very connected to animals, and obviously she could sing. So she was really gifted, and that's what magic is. Like your magic spills through in so many ways. And if you're so filled with magic on the inside, you create magic on the outside. It's almost like Cinderella manifested the fairy godmother. She almost manifested the ball and manifested the events subconsciously that led up to the ball and her meeting the prince and everything that happened afterwards. It's like her heart, that yearning, that longing for something magical, manifested that. Wow. Okay, what's the other cards? We have the Ace of Winter. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately amazing new ideas that should be implemented. I feel like it's even when we have really difficult or really bad things happen, and we all hear it, it's so cliche, but it's all working for you. And even though it's painful, it will work out. There's this energy of winter, of going through a period where it's cold. I'm also getting something about like it says communicate clearly. Like there's a way that we communicate with the universe. We can communicate with people around us, and it's about being creative with it. Like if you speak to people and they don't get you, there are other ways for people to get you. And this is often where we find our passion and our purpose, when we get creative with what we have and resourceful with what we have. Someone that might not have a lot of friends might end up picking up a hobby because they're always alone, and then get really good at it, and somewhere along the line something amazing happens, and that hobby that they just use to keep themselves busy, it takes off in some way. You might have epiphanies right now, and you need to act on them. Even if they seem small and crazy and insignificant, and you feel afraid or hesitant, you really need to find that courage. I think it's a white tiger. This white tiger is giving very courageous vibes, even though it's a pup and this is a little girl. Like, children are usually fearless because they don't really know the consequences or the risks that they're taking. But I feel like this is kind of an energy. If you need a breakthrough, you need to be fearless and just go for it. Like, can we imagine if Cinderella, when the fairy godmother shows up, she's so freaked out by all of this magic, she runs away. Or if once she's now all dolled up and her insecurities take over, and she's like, I'm not going to the ball, I'm not going to walk in there all by myself, I've never been to a ball. We have to get past those things, those fears, those insecurities, the imposter syndrome, all of those things, and just be brave. Once you have an internal breakthrough, there has to be external breakthroughs. We also have the Three of Spring. Plan your steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience, there are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. The purple in these cards, again, purple, synchronistic. It's like this little girl grown up. I know they don't look the same, but that's kind of the energy I'm getting. Plan your next steps with an eye on the long term. I'm getting, take the time to dream and fantasize about the things that your heart is speaking to you. But also take small practical steps. Even if it's just jotting down in a notebook an idea that pops in your head and you're not fully diving into it and setting things up, or doing a quick Google search on something to see how it might work, even if you don't, do all the research and really get down to it, just those hits of inspiration and epiphanies that come to you, just pay attention to them. The star, looking to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. This is a lot of star vibes. Like someone, this is supposed to be a love reading, right? But now there's all feminine energies here except for the guy in the lover's card. And it's like, and I guess a lot of love stories are like that. The guy is chasing his dream and then he finds the girl. And the girl is looking for love, and then she finds her purpose and all her dreams come true, like something like that. There's something about faith moving mountains here, like that's how we manifest, right? You have to be able to first envision something, and then you have to believe that it's possible. Like believe with your whole entire heart and being that something is possible. Okay, let's get some more. Okay, give us some more about this love story. 2 of Summer. See, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up, your relationship can be healed. Okay, so I'm getting this is someone that you've known, that you've had a relationship with before, or maybe it wasn't someone you've had a relationship with. Someone, it's giving crush vibes, someone that you might have had feelings for, but nothing really happened, or it says forgiveness and the resolution. So this might have been something that broke your heart or ended or didn't go as planned, and this relationship is going to be healed. We have the Queen of Autumn, generous, stylish, gracious, and practical. Be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. I'm getting 2 scenarios here, like Cinderella bosses up in this story here. You know, she levels up in some way, finds her dream, or is in the process of manifesting her dream. And then this 2 of Cups happens. You know, then she meets the guy. Because she's filled with so much magic, and because she's chasing her dreams. You know, there's this, it's like if you hold on to something too tightly, or you grasp too tightly at something, then you sort of lose it. But like if we find a balance between loving ourselves and chasing our own dreams and leveling up ourselves, you know, when there's a balance, things can be good. If you are solely focused on love and loving someone else, you're not loving yourself. So how does someone else fall in love with you if you're not in love with you? And the other thing is that I almost feel like these 2 people, even though they're on their own separate journeys and they're creating their own dreams and living their own lives, they come together and the dream becomes bigger and better when they're together. Like they manifest even greater things. So someone's relationship can be healed. Let's see what else. Unity. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. What I'm getting from this is that obviously we can learn a lot from our past and from others, and you know, right now in our time-space reality, there's a lot of self-help, self-healing gurus and coaches and all of these things, and it's really helpful if you dive into that thing. You know, you can really, those things, you can really learn a lot about yourself and grow. But a lot of growth happens from experience and your own experience. Um, I have found that a lot of people will um, learn things about a subject to gain something, and there's no real love attached to it. So, like, you might learn online tips on how to flirt, or what to do on a date, or what guys like, or what women like, and then you apply that as you've learned it. But there's no real empathy, no real love behind it. Like, it's not an integrated concept within your being. Like, it's just intellectual knowledge, but it's not wisdom. It's not from a place of, I understand that and I feel that and I really see that. It's just copy and paste and apply. And that's where the do the right thing for the right reason comes in. And I think we can feel, you can sense when someone's flirting with you and they're doing all the things and they're saying all the things, but something feels off and it just doesn't feel right. Whereas there are some people that are clumsy and shy and weird, and they might really be charismatic and confident and smart and gifted behind the scenes, but it doesn't always translate. And you might be drawn to this person and you can't tell why, because the truth of who they are, that Cinderella person, whether it's a guy or a girl, is underneath the surface. And you can feel that. So it's helpful to be able to look at many different perspectives and approaches to things. And I think this spiritually minded community is just us learning to read and feel energy. Because I think we all get burnt. This yellow birdie standing out, I tend to see them often in my garden and they tend to follow me around. I think we are all, I lost my train of thought. Okay, let's continue. We've all been burnt before, someone that you thought was, you liked them, or you fell for the hot guy versus the smart guy, and the geek turned out to be the hot guy, and all sorts of stories like that. But now that we have maturity and the wisdom of being able to see things for what they are, but also sort of read between the lines and see what's not shown and sense things, we can still be afraid of falling in love and getting hurt again, and especially if it's someone that you've previously had feelings for. But we all grow over time, and you're not the same person you were in those previous experiences. 8 of Summer, the desire for a more meaningful life. Realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. Someone's walking away from something. Queen of Winter, strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny. Let go of people, things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. Unmarried or divorced individuals. Okay, this reading is getting juicy, and it feels like this is going to be a long one. So I think I'm going to do an extended reading for this. And if you would like to see the rest of this reading, the link will be in the description box below if I do an extended reading. Otherwise, I will post another video, a second part to this. Just check the description box below. But we will continue with this reading. It's getting really interesting. It's like a story. But there should be a lesson here as well. I hope this was helpful in some way, and I hope you see me again in another reading.